This edition of YouTube Suggestions is brought to you by Fart Blossoms by Wolfie, extracted from the finest trees in Colorado. Ooh, it's YouTube Suggestions the 13th. I do feel the need to say up front that even though I've used the Jason picture, the channels this month are not necessarily scary channels or have anything to do with horror. It's just the 13th one of these I've done, so, yeah. This is YouTube Suggestions, a horrible name, but it's stuck now. And if you've never seen one of these before, take a look at a few short clips of some previously featured channels, and I'll give you a quick description. With YouTube Suggestions, we take a look at 5 small channels on YouTube. For our purposes here, a small channel is defined as having 25,000 subscribers or less, and the channels we feature are usually well under 25,000 subscribers. I'll give a quick rundown of what you might see on these channels. Technically it's a review, but we do keep it all positive. We don't get into anything negative. These are all channels I'm subscribed to. Not necessarily ones that are subscribed to A View from the Middle, even though some of them are. And all I ask is that if you see something you think you might like, go to their channel, check it out for yourself. And if you decide to stick around, let them know where you heard about their channel, and let me know that you went. I always like to know if I'm doing anybody any good. Now, this is just my way of recognizing good content on the bottom of YouTube. Now, these are not shout-outs.
Whatever!
We aren't supposed to do shout-outs on YouTube, unless they change the rules again, which is quite possible since that seems to be something YouTube likes to do. Which is kind of one of the reasons I'm doing this, is make it do a little something to help some of the small channels. One thing we can do is release the suggestion monkey. Papa Texas. He's actually not far from me. As a matter of fact, if you watched the Weekend in McKinney video on this channel, I ended up getting a lot of his neck of the woods. Papa has a great channel that features a lot of outdoor cooking. Man, if you want to make yourself hungry, it's the place to go. He's got some good stuff on there. One video he did recently that I really liked was called Chili Cheese Dog Papa Texas Style, where he kind of took the bun and he kind of made it into a boat. And then a whole bunch of stuff goes on top of it. It's not your average chili cheese dog, and it's something I'm going to have to give a try next time I get a craving for chili cheese dogs. Pop has a lot more on his channel, like food and restaurant reviews, and woodworking, sometimes just having fun with his granddaughters. He's been on YouTube for a couple of years now, and has just over 14,500 subscribers. So that actually makes him one of the bigger channels we featured here. As far as a favorite, there's the chili cheese dog video I mentioned, and he also had one a few months ago where he cooked breakfast on a homemade discata. It's pretty good. He's got a pretty big archive, so go check him out and see if you can find a favorite of your own. Ready for Fun is based in the Oklahoma City area, but he travels around most of Oklahoma and even goes into Missouri and Texas, and I believe he spent some time in Arkansas and some other places. The channel is centered on anything historical, and if it's abandoned locations, museums, festivals, or even grave sites. Reddy really does his research on these subjects, and you can tell that, and chances are you're going to learn something you didn't know. And there's an even better chance you'll see something you didn't know was even there. You know, he finds some pretty obscure stuff. Ready for Fun has been around for about a year and has just over 2,400 subscribers. As far as a favorite video of mine, it's a tough choice, but I would recommend checking out Slap Out Oklahoma, funny name, friendly people. He gets a tour from one of the locals in that one. And if you're looking for, that's kind of a long one. If you're looking for a shorter video, you might want to start with Stevie Ray Vaughan, Childhood Home and Gravesite. That's a really interesting one as well. There is a nice archive to go through, so go check him out. And if you're into history, you're sure to find something you'll like. While there are several different kinds of videos on the channel, you'll mostly find the animated adventures of Tommy and Stacy on Tennessee Eagle 3. Tommy and Stacy, whose voices sound eerily similar if you really listen, they get into some fun situations, both big and small. They even have some animated guests, like Sherry dropping by at times. And you might even catch a little shout out to a certain other channel in one of the videos. There's some work that goes into the animation, but you can tell Tennessee has a lot of fun with it. There are also some live action videos, like meeting up with Tampa J and Josh X and Link Johnson. And Tennessee has some wonderful tribute videos to both his father and grandfather. As far as personal favorites, I thought the Blue Wrench was really funny. And of course the Bear Hunt meetup starring Sherry is another really good one. Tennessee Eagle 3 has been online for about 3 years, but it's only been the last year or so that he's really been really active. But there's still a nice archive to go through, and he just passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. So let's see if we can move him closer to 1,500. After I made a Euro trip reference in another channel's live stream, Down the Rabbit Hole Travel subscribed to this channel, so I subscribed back to her channel, and I'm glad I did. Down the Rabbit Hole Travel is hosted by Marty from Alberta, Canada, who's very well traveled. There are great videos from all over Canada, but also places like California and Costa Rica, and even Iceland. She also tried something new recently when she brought several channels together for video for a bucket list collaboration, and you might recognize at least one of the people that participated. Down the Rabbit Hole Travel has been part of YouTube for about 5 years, so there's a healthy archive to go through. She has just over 1,800 subscribers as I'm making this, so she is approaching that 2,000 milestone. Check out the collaboration video, which is titled Collaboration Invitation, What's on Your Travel Bucket List. And that's me in it, in case you didn't figure that one out. Also, look for what happens when someone poops in the pool. You talk about turning poop into profit. That's pretty much what happened with that one. So go check her out. CJ the Travelin Man is based in Kentucky, and there are plenty of videos in and around the Bluegrass State. But as the name implies, he does travel. So you can find some videos from Indiana, Kansas, Missouri, and some other great places. One of the fun videos CJ does are his time-lapse videos, where he turns what might be a long trip from one point to another into a nice short video. He cut the drive from St. Louis, Missouri to Kansas City, Missouri to a 2-minute and 18-second video. It's a quick way to see the sights along the way. CJ has a lot of great videos, but I really like his roadside and monument attractions. He's got everything from the world's largest wind chime in Casey, Illinois to the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. I think my favorite is probably the one from Casey, where you also get a look at the world's largest rocking chair, and even a walk-in mailbox. You'll just have to go watch it and see for yourself. CJ has been on YouTube for about a year and has just over 1,500 subscribers. He posts about once a week, so he has a nice archive to go through. So go check him out and see what you think. Alright, those are the 5 featured channels this time around. Sorry my voice is a little off. The weather has been crappy here lately, and also had to work around the neighbor's barking dog, but I think I got all that out pretty good. Links for all of the featured channels are in the description, or you can click the icon in the upper right hand corner to get to any of them at any time. Now to wrap it up, I present what I call the 6th channel. Now, one of the main things I'm trying to do here is just recognize good content that I know a lot of work goes into. Now, while I'm mostly trying to help smaller channels, I also like to recognize larger channels that I enjoy. So this is a channel that's over 25,000 subscribers, and while Papa Texas is the largest small channel I've ever featured, this is the smallest large channel I've ever mentioned. Our 6th channel this time around is Diane Jennings. Now, if you've ever seen any of the videos like Irish people try American snacks or Japanese snacks or the like, Diane was one of the people trying the different foods from around the world. She started her own channel a couple of years ago and is really starting to grow. I first subscribed when she was at about 43,000, and she's now over 54,000 subscribers. So she's still small, but with numbers some of us would envy. She's got some really funny videos, and yes, she is still trying those American snacks, so go give her a look. Okay, that'll do it for this edition of YouTube Suggestions. If you aren't already subscribed here, you can do so by clicking the double arrow one-way sign in the bottom right hand corner or the red button on the front page. And just for you, I'm going to make it absolutely free. Don't you feel special? Stick around till the end and I'll list the previously featured channels you saw clips of from at the beginning of the video, as well as leave a link to the YouTube Suggestions playlist if you want to see more videos like this one. I'll also leave a link to another video. I don't know which one, we'll just make it a surprise. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Papa Texas, take us out.
A wrap.